tell us about your own personal family, including the hearing status of each of your family members, and how do you communicate at home?
My wife and I are deaf. We sign to each other using ASL. Deaf culture is at home. My sister married a deaf man as well. And there's deaf culture in that family as well. There are 4 deaf people in the family. Two deaf couples, me and my sister and our husband, our spouses, and each of those couples has 3 children, and all of them are hearing. My 3 children, my oldest daughter and my middle one is a boy and my youngest is a girl. One now is in college, one is in the 8th grade, will go to high school, and my youngest is a 4th grader. How we communicate at home, my wife and I sign. We don't use our voices. The children look at us and learn the signs. I chat with them using sign language all day long, all the time. I only use my voice to call them or get their attention. Like if they're out and around, hey, come here. Or when I call their name, the thing about it is they can't answer back because I can't hear them. They actually have to walk. Maybe they're upstairs, they have to walk all the way downstairs. What is it, Dad? And then I tell them what I want. It's like, I wish I could actually respond to you. You know, it may be to call them to do their chores or something like that. And it's similar with my wife. She uses her voice to call them or get their attention, but we don't use our voices when we're signing at home. As far as the children communicating, my oldest daughter is a good signer. She's actually thinking about maybe becoming an interpreter. I see the potential in her because she's a good signer. She understands deaf people when they sign as well. My second child, my son, loves to discuss things with me about politics or sports. So we sign a lot in detail, in depth. But I don't see him becoming an interpreter because I think he's going to be involved in the business world or politics or something like that. My youngest, she's learning to sign. And I've noticed it impacted her differently than it did my first child. I thought that was interesting because my first child, she looks at her parents as that's the only way to communicate the way we do. And my third child has seen not only her parents sign with parents using sign language, but she sees their older siblings using speech. So her signing skills aren't that great. But as they get older, when I chat with her, I expect more from her. When she's signing, I ask her, what did you say? Repeat that. Make sure it's clear. So I'm teaching her, to make those adjustments in her sign language. I want her level of communication to develop more signing skills as well, so that I'm able to have discussions with her, like, what kind of career are you interested in? I want to be able to have those kinds of discussions. I want her to be able to help her learn how to drive in sign language. So my third child right now is working on her signing skills because I expect her to understand both languages, English and ASL. I think she's able to learn how to speak and sign as well, but I can't. I don't have that ability to speak, so the expectation is on her rather than on me.
Mm-hmm. When your children were young, about what age did they start signing?
I would receptively understanding our signs probably before they were 1. For example, like milk, go to sleep, or mommy and daddy. My wife and I signed over and over, trying to, when they were infants, But when did they actually pick up sign language? It's really hard to say because, you know, their signs may not have been very exact, and was it really language or not, or were they just playing with it? Who knows? But I'd say maybe between the ages of 10 months to 18 months, somewhere in there, they started signing and picking up more of the language.